All right. So, last we left off, we were getting some rest before we decided to head back to the city.
Do we want to establish watches?
Yeah. So, who wants to take?
I'll go first.
Sick. Second.
Okay. I'll go second.
I'll go second.
Oh, Dust can go second.
Y'all can also double up.
We can both go second.
Okay.
Last watch.
Do the last watch.
Sick. Cool. Alrighty.
We work on my grog.
Yeah, we'll start off with Zeke with a perception check.
Eight.
8.
Yep.
Everything seems quiet. You watch
Works for me.
you watch the amber flies go through the trees every now and then. In the Blaze Woods, it's, as I've said, at night it's much more of an eerie sight, given that just with the black of night and the hangman's moss hanging down, looking like smoke, it just looks like a forest on fire. But it also has this tranquil feeling, like you are in a zone of safety, and so you just kind of relax and let the night roll on. Malbin and Dust, if y'all want to each make perception checks or somebody make it with advantage, go ahead.
You can make it with advantage, and I'm even going to give you guidance.
Oh,
So you'll get an extra D4.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Alright,
remember
guidance
what
is
my
a
first
D4.
roll was. I rolled, and then I rolled again, but I forgot what my first roll was. But my second roll was definitely worse, because it was a 3. So,
Okay.
but I don't remember what my first roll was.
Then roll
which
again.
was higher.
Roll again, and then you
Please
can
be
add a
higher than a
D4.
3. It was a 6.
6.
Add a
Okay.
D4. Add a D4.
Let me unpack it again. A 3, so 9.
9.
Oh, plus 2 with my perception, so 11.
11.
Yay.
There we go.
That's right. Just put him on the couch.
You guys keep a decent watch out.
Where I sleep now?
I work on my grog.
Goes on the couch. I'll get him.
The
Yeah,
grog.
you
In
just
the
work on
living
your
room.
grog. Or your gog is what it is.
Oh, it's a goat?
Goat.
Yeah. Goat frog. Gog. But yeah, you just work on your gog, whittling as the night goes on. And you guys are just taking in the same sight Zeke did last watch. You don't notice anything super crazy different. You notice there's like a couple of the squircos that you guys saw earlier to the previous day moving around, but nothing crazy. And then last watch, Tricks.
That is a dirty 20.
Cool. It makes sense that you get the higher one. You do notice the squircos as well moving through the trees. And like looking up at the night sky, you see the constellations all over the place. And as you're looking up, one of the squircos like makes its way over to you and just like pats at your foot.
I'll cast Speak with Animals. Hi.
Hi, you're not debt collectors.
Oh. No.
No. Okay. You gonna eat that guy?
The guy? Which
Yeah,
one?
The lizard guy.
No, I'm still full from breakfast.
Okay, boys, we're clocking in overtime. Thank you so much. And they, you see the squircos just start hauling the lizard folk. They've already gnawed through the rope. They start hauling
Oh God.
the this humanoid figure up into the tree.
Jesus Christ.
That's horrifying.
That's
I'm glad I'm
terrifying.
asleep.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm asleep too.
And
Oh,
since you
yeah.
got a dirty 20, you're keeping a watch out, and you look over to the other camp that was there, and you do see a man in a black suit with a black wide brim hat look over and just wave at you before kneeling down to the bodies that are over there, just measuring them out as they're laying on the ground. Doesn't seem to approach you at all.
Scary.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Are we in a gothic horror? Western?
It is Southern Gothic. But yeah, so he just measures out the bodies, and as he finishes, he just grabs a chain around his neck and just holds onto the pendant for a second. Give me, what would this be? I'd probably say it's an Arcana check.
That's a 12.
12. You don't notice anything at the moment. He just holds on to it for a second and then tucks it back under his shirt. And he starts to turn away from the camp, seeing that you're watching him, just tips his hat to you and continues walking into the woods. And morning comes. So you guys are headed back to the city?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Same as before,
Super.
it's a couple days back. And you guys are greeted with the same gate that you've gone through a few times now. It's early evening by the time you guys get back to town. Is there anything you guys are wanting to do now that you're back?
If there's enough time, I'd like to take my weapon over to, I imagine, a blacksmith shop, because I want them to be able to pull iron letters to make a brand.
Okay.
So a bit of the wood can get branded, and I want them to put Old Thunder on that rifle.
Old Thunder. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll cost you, I want to say, 7 silver.
Chump change.
Just for a simple branding.
I don't know if it's Cicatrix or Jared is having a crisis.
¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Qué no los dos?
Yeah, I think it's both, honestly.
I think you saw
I'm still
Death.
processing the fucking Squircos fucking taking the lizard.
Thank you so much. You've been a great help.
Traumatized.
Fucking
That
fair.
guy doesn't get a burial.
You saw 2 traumatic events in one evening.
Yep.
Like,
Okay. Yeah, but you get Old Thunder burned into the side of the stock. Anybody else want to do anything for the evening?
I'll go with Eek, just to see to the blacksmith, just to see if I can buy some ball bearings off them, or if they've got just some extra scrap metal.
Okay.
I'll buy it off them.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's early evening, so the sun's.
Sorry.
You're all good. The sun's still up. It's starting to get toward dusk, though. So basically, he says he has some scrap he's willing to get rid of. How much? It starts at about 5 silver, for a pound. How much are you wanting
For a
to buy?
I'll give him a gold's worth.
Sweet. And so he has somebody get a a leather sack basically and he brings over a 10 gold pound or 10-pound bag, just scrap for you.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that'll keep me armed for a very long time. Thank you very much.
You do still have to get your hands on powder, but yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just more in, yeah, for the metal for the bullets.
Fair. Cool. Anybody else?
I kind of want to, because it's like the sun is starting to go down. I want to get up on the roof. Because that is that's how I know the town. And then make my way to, like, I have this 3 gold. So I'm like, I don't think the cool thing I'm going to find is going to be in a shop. But maybe I can get some inspiration if there's stuff coming from, like, across seas or something like that, or like from other places shipped in. I can get an inspiration of like maybe someplace I want to look. So I'm gonna kind of like look into like maybe like port shops or like shops that have stuff that's being imported.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna buy anything, but I'm looking for inspiration.
Okay. Looking for
my cool thing.
Looking for shops that are getting shipments of minerals, I'm guessing.
Maybe that would be fun to look at minerals.
Okay. Give me an investigation check to see what you can find.
Oh. 7.
Sick. Especially with the coal district being the one that's right up against the ports. There are a lot of warehouses and workshops here, meaning a lot of, even when you can look into some of the warehouses, a lot of the crates are still closed as they're probably going to get shipped off somewhere else.
I've spied on a bunch of those warehouses too, so.
Yeah, and looking in, you know that unless you're prying open boxes, you're not going to be able to know a lot of what's in there. And the places where they are unloading stuff into like the industrial warehouses, it's a lot of just metals of different kinds. Not a lot coming from outside of Saltu itself, all seeming to be contained, coming from different parts of the other ports around Saltu.
Yeah, and I'm looking, because I don't think I'm going to travel away from Saltu.
Yeah.
I think that the thing I'm looking for probably has to come from Saltu.
Okay.
But if it's like ports that are just having other ports around the continent, bringing stuff around to other places on the continent, maybe just okay. So no leads. Is the warehouse with the big gun there still?
Yeah, the warehouse is still there. Are you checking in that place?
I might just want to look in the window to see if the big gun is still there.
Cool. I'd say as you're getting there, you see that it seems to be assembled to how it looked in the diagram. But as you're seeing that it's assembled, it's starting to get disassembled and parts put into a large crate.
Ooh, so it's being shipped somewhere.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, that's not my current mission, so I'm just gonna move on.
Sick. Trix, is there anything you're doing?
Yeah, I think Trix actually, he wants to go to like anywhere that's like has like gardening supplies.
Okay. All right.
If you can find somewhere.
There are a few in the Silver District that cater toward gardening, especially ones that are right up against one of those main roads to the Gold District. Just gonna switch you over to the placement map. So yeah, there are quite a few shops. What are you hoping to look for there?
He wants to talk to like the store owner.
Okay. you do see one of these stores just looks to be a large greenhouse that's right up against the road. It's currently late, so it looks like they're trying to close down for the day. But as you come in, this Eladrin, who currently has these very vibrant colors, her hair, which just looks like a mess of vines that's clearly is pulled back with a bunch of flowers of all kinds of different species blooming out of her hair. And she just turns around. Oh, I'll be with you in just a sec. Just let me finish up. And you see she takes a pot with a fire lily in it and kind of like sets it into what looks like a small carrying case. And she just turns around. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi. Sorry for coming in so late, but I just kind of have a question, or if you sell something that could help me. So I have my own garden, and I have a problem with squircos. They keep coming in and eating all my plants. I was wondering if you had like some kind of repellent or something to keep them as far away from me. I mean my plants.
Yeah, that's fair.
As possible.
I haven't seen any in the city. I have. Give me 1 second. And she goes into the back, and she comes back with a small box, and she's holding it by this hoop that's on the top, and just sets it on the counter on this small bit of stone. She says, that should keep any pests out of the way. It'll draw them near and give them a little bit of a shock. Most of the bigger ones will just skitter away. But that should be good enough to at least give them a bit of a scare to get them away from you if you're looking for it.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay. It's not heavily enchanted, so I'd say about 12 gold should be good.
Well, okay. Take 12 gold out and put it on the counter.
Thank you very much. And she takes it and puts it in a small chest next to the counter. And she says, make sure you're holding it by the loop before you mount it somewhere. As touching the rest of it is, you're going to be the one getting the shock instead. So just be careful.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Have a good day.
Go out, and he's just holding it in front of him the entire way back.
Yeah, they're they're
He's scared of everything.
yeah. And it lets off this. The longer you hold it, the more you realize it's there. You didn't hear it at first, but there's this like barely audible hum that comes from it as you're just carrying it around. But yeah. Nix, is there anything you're doing? You not? Dogs are everywhere.
The wild dogs in town, apparently.
Getting
Yeah.
barked at, that's what I'm doing.
Infestation.
Ouch. I don't think there's really anything that I need to do right now.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, Ezekiel.
I'm just gonna keep a low profile and play a little guitar in the corner, and just I think we'll reconvene in the morning. So I'm not very pressed for the evening.
Sick. You do some busking. Give me a performance check.
Let's do it. Okay. So where are you? 16.
16. Yeah, you get about, we'll say it's 1 for 1 now. You get 16 silver placed in your hat as you're playing. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
I'm guessing you guys just bunk down for the rest of the evening.
Yep. Just that night, I make sure to pray to the sun bearer and thank him for guiding today.
Cool. Give me a religion check.
Okay. I will try. Hold on, I gotta get the dice. Going. Fuck it! So, alright. You said religion
Mm-hmm.
plus 1, so 15.
15. Cool. You don't hear anything. You feel a warmth, but nothing else. Like feeling the sun rays on a summer evening on the back of your neck.
Specifically on the back of my neck?
Just like in general, like
Okay.
like
Okay, no, just like feeling. Okay.
yeah.
Oh no, okay. I get it.
Cool. And the night passes. And it's not hard to hear, as they're pretty loud. Everybody is awoken a little while after dawn by the sound of bells ringing out through the city. Not like frantic
I'm sure
warning
that's fine.
bells, like massive bells. Anybody who's lived in a large town. Actually, I think Nyx might be the most familiar with this, if I remember from everybody's stuff. Church bells. But other than that, the morning is as it was the day before. Is there anything y'all want to do during this day? Or
Do some meditating, some breakfast.
sick?
Yeah, we were
Oh,
we were gone for a bit, so Mel just probably ask.
Soren, you're
So-
muted.
Uh-oh.
I see your
Oh.
mouth moving.
That
but
would do it.
I hear no words.
I was gonna say if the automaton's still there, or if anyone else is, I'm just offhand at breakfast, be like, so what are them bells all about?
It's not the automaton
To
there.
a local.
Yeah, it's not the automaton there this morning. As they are out, it seems to be a spectral figure, looking like a mirage image of the handlebar mustache proprietor of this place. Seeming to be a not so unseen servant, who like here's your question, and kind of writes in the air, giving this spectral image. Church bells. Sunday, after all.
Nice.
And just takes your guys' order and then disappears and reappears in the kitchen to start making whatever you guys order. Yeah. Is there anything y'all want to do during the day?
Well, I was gonna ask. So, how are we feeling about our other objective? Considering we were gone for a bit.
Do we need to go back to Chuck E. Cheese to discuss this?
We can if we need to.
Let's go.
Go back to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yield Charles Entertainment Cheese.
What was that place? What was
I
that
forgot what
place
it was called. It was
It
written on a
was
different piece of paper.
Mary. It was like Mimic. No,
Oh
Mary
yeah,
something.
it was the Mimic's place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, I
minutes,
had
man.
this written down. Shit.
I think your right side was like Mary Mimic's
Yeah,
house.
Like
of fun.
Mary.
Mary Mimic's
Yeah.
House of Fun sounds about right. I'll figure out the exact
That's
name
right.
before the next session. But yeah, something to that effect.
No!
Whoa.
What the
Oh,
hell?
Mimics Merry Band.
Whoa.
What? What?
Whoa.
What Doki Doki Literature
What?
Club am I looking at? What the fuck? Here we go again.
Oh,
I
Here we
found
go
it,
again.
Doug.
Yeah.
Mimics Merry Band.
Mimics
So
Merry
Mimics
Band.
Merry Band.
There it is.
we're going back to
I'm
Mimics
halves
Merry
again.
Band.
Yep. Oh fuck. Oof. More multi-armed adventures. There we go. You
There we go.
you good, Nix? Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Session 0, everybody.
Struggle bus.
Struggle
I don't
bus.
know
There
why
we
it's
go.
doing
Yeah.
it.
We're back.
Ah,
Sick.
Stop. Cease and desist, you bitch.
That's, I think, my favorite sentence I've heard all week. Cease and desist, you bitch.
all
Alrighty.
right, we're gonna go
Technical
discuss our
difficulties.
caper
Sorry.
at Mimics Merry
Sorry.
Band.
Sick. Yeah, you,
We're local heroes. We're fine.
yeah, you guys make your way in. They don't pay you much mind. They get your order pretty quickly. There's no
We want pizza, mutts, sticks, a pitcher of Coors, you know, 5 cold mugs.
Didn't we just eat breakfast?
Yeah, we just had breakfast, my guy. You know what? For appearances sake, we should have food. It's fine.
Dessert. We can do dessert.
Also,
Yeah,
one
we
of-
can do dessert.
you
Yeah.
Also,
We'll
one of
have
you is
it
a
for
halfling.
later.
Like,
We'll have it for lunch. Chill out.
Who has a monstrous appetite? Who has great metabolism?
Actually, you know what? Mal probably does.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Appetite for blood.
I mean,
But yes, we will keep up appearances and be like, oh my god, this food is so yummy.
Yeah, we can just have dessert, and then it'll be fine.
Oh, true. Sorry, yes. I like Nix's idea. Dessert. Okay. All right, so it's been a few days. We've let it cool off a bit. We have the intel about the sewer system, right? That gets in through the Feywild room, right?
Mm-hmm. There's that one, and then there's also the way through the roof as well. So it's 2 entrances.
Would it be wise to converge or just pick one or possibly use one as an escape route and use one as an entrance? What are we thinking?
that's probably our better bet.
Yeah, that one sounds good. It might be easier to enter through the roof than to escape through the roof.
I
Yeah.
Because
agree.
we were in that
That's fair.
room, it's vaulted.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, just work our way down, right? And then possibly use the sewer as a getaway route. Okay. Also, I don't know if anyone's had some of this sundae. It's really good.
Mhm.
Like you're just like licking the spoon. Okay, so anyway, so we get like the crayons that come with like the kids menu placemat or
paper.
whatever.
Yes.
you
And
got-
we're drawing the map of the thing. I was like, okay.
I was
so-
like, please tell me somebody brings me a kid menu because they think I am a child.
yeah,
Because you are
the
small.
the kind of nonplussed drow that you had seen before behind the counter before with the red pockmarked face. Just like, would you like a kids menu? As you guys came up and ordered.
Yes.
Okay, and just kind of hands you a piece of parchment that has like very simple maze, word search, tic-tac-toe board, and like a small like coloring image of like a mimic with like a thumbs up. And it's like, thank you for coming to Mimic's Merry Band. Have a nice day. Just
Please tell me instead of dino nuggets, it's like basilisk nuggets, like they're shaped like D&D monsters.
it is like one of them is a
Beholder nuggets.
One of them is a
Beholder
basilisk.
nuggets.
The beholder nugget looks just like a a normal nugget, like just slightly
Boo.
more bumpy.
It's just a circle.
Uh,
Yeah.
there's also a cockatrice nugget, and what can only be assumed to be like what was supposed to be an owl bear on its hind legs. But it again, these nuggets are
Bear
very, like,
nuggets.
just very hard to
They're
discern.
blobs.
Yeah.
Owl bear nuggets for the win.
Yes,
Okay.
I want.
I
I need
want
those to exist.
Okay.
The
So
nuggies.
we have rope in case you need it. I know, Dust, you're pretty light on your feet.
Oh, I can take care of the falling.
I
for
also
everybody.
I can also do a little bit of that too. So if we need to feather our way in there, we can. Do we all need to go at once? Do we need to have someone looking out? Do we need a vehicle waiting for us at the exit of the sewer in case things are hot? Like, what are we feeling?
We might need to do a little bit more investigating of the sewer just to know exactly where to get in and out of it.
Where
is.
where it's out.
Because
Okay.
we
I
only
would feel
heard about
better-
it from someone that Cicatrix gave food to.
I would
was a
feel
bug.
better if we had like a horse cart waiting
Mhm.
somewhere for us. So if things do get hot, we make a quick getaway.
Well, okay, so
Mm,
I
that
have
one.
I know I have some options. So I could either, and then I'll do disguise self on myself and like make myself look like some blue collar worker and be like, I could be someone who's just trying to like check the pipes while I'm in there. I just got a contract to come look at the pipes here and then check it out and get down in there. Or invisibility and just be like, or I could just scarce not be seen and then come back. Just be like,
Just to
So-
investigate the area before we go in.
like maybe I disguise myself as someone else and then take the tour, and then when I break off into that room, if I know where the drainage pipe is, if I can get to it and into it, I'll make myself invisible, and then maybe I can just slink on in while no one's looking.
All right.
And the rest of us come in through the roof, and you've already got the exit covered and secured.
Possibly, or if we want to just do that for recon first, and then
Let's do recon first.
I'll do that for recon, and then once I found the exit for where that storm drain leads out, then we'll regroup, come up with our exact escape, because maybe, and pointing at Mal, not knowing their name, maybe you're right. Maybe we need a horse and cart at the end if it's like, if we're gonna have heat on us, or if it's just gonna pop out somewhere like around the block and no one's gonna be giving chase to us, we maybe just get away scot-free or something.
Do you have an image of what the artifact is? I know you said it's a flame thing.
No, unfortunately, it just sort of got a description, not a. And flame thing was about as much as I can dutifully remember based on my current and then sobriety.
All right.
My apologies. I still don't hate Plan C, but I'll be fair and I'll put it to a vote. I want to open the coffin because I think if you're going to put something somewhere, you tell people that it's a demon lord, and then you put a
No.
hex on it so it looks like a demon lord. But then when you remove it, it was just like a tape cassette saying, I'm a demon lord, like, just stuck up on the inside, and then the artifact's there in plain sight because no one wants to undo a demon lord.
Look, we can use it if we really truly need a distraction for our getaway. Because nobody's gonna come after us if they gotta rebind a Prince of Hell.
I personally don't even think there is even a Prince of Hell in there, but okay, fine. I hear you. How about while I'm doing my look through the drain in our next recon sesh, y'all can keep hammering down where else, because I know with the back room was a candidate, a very viable candidate. So maybe while I'm doing that, other people could be looking through other places, concentrating on the areas we haven't really looked too hard at, or couldn't maybe before.
I mean, I can go through the museum again. I can also disguise me.
Perfect.
Cool. I can't, and I would be pretty recognizable if I were to go in there just plain. So I'm gonna not enter again.
Yeah, I
Fair.
shouldn't go in either.
So while you guys are doing recon, we can be visible somewhere else in town.
Alibi. I like it. Okay. All right, Nix. Well, I guess we'll have to come up with characters, a backstory, everything. Okay. How about we just say? How about we say, you're Alyssa, I'm Soren, and then you're blonde from the northwest, and I'm brunette from the southeast. Okay, it's coming together.
Too meta. It's just too meta.
Hold on.
We're breaking the
And then-
fourth wall so hard, Twitch is gonna call us a dumbass.
Bro, we're breaking the fourth wall so hard, Deadpool senses a disturbance in the forest.
Just, huh? Who the hell?
Yeah, they're dumb. They're dumb names anyway. We'll think of something. But we gotta come up. So we have to have some. We'll have to have something we can go. Maybe if we can get in with a group of people. If they're doing group tours anytime soon, we'll just kind of blend in. Hopefully, maybe they have a senior citizens discount day. I don't know. I can be an old guy. And then we'll just break off from the group and do our thing.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Get lost.
You know.
Oh, and then okay, Dust, Trix. What if the three of us? I know it's a ways from here, but that might end up being better. What if the three of us go to this adventurers guild asking about what that's all about? Then somebody important in the city has seen us.
Yeah.
Over there and very far away from the museum.
Yeah. I like the idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, and here, take my guitar and just whoever asks, just say I had to go pee real quick.
Okay.
That way it's on your person, because I don't hardly ever part with it. You be good, baby, and like give a little kiss to the guitar.
Oh shit.
All right.
Well,
Although maybe this should go to one of you because it's like almost as tall
Huge.
as she is.
Yeah. I'll hand it to Cicatrix to be like, there you go. Now you can do a little practicing while you're waiting, in case maybe you want to noodle a bit, and then we'll have you in the band.
He's just gonna like. Bang.
And it's like all of a sudden electrified, just brah, and like a big musical number starts.
Okay.
All right.
So, just to make sure I'm remembering things correctly, Nix and Zeke are going to the museum to scope it out again, disguise.
Mhm.
Dust and Mal are going to the adventurers.
Cicatrix.
And
Cicatrix.
Cicatrix. The three of y'all
All
are
three of
going
us.
to the Adventurers
The Adventure-
Guild. Okay. Cool.
Plausible deniability.
I'll start with the Adventurers Guild, guys, because that's new. So, you guys make your way to the northernmost part of Blazewood. There is a watchtower there with a large gate next to it, with two guards keeping watch. It's currently open. And you do see what looks like a kind of portly dwarven man talking to like looking up at a dragonborn in like these like very simple mage robes. and just like talking back and forth with him, and hands off a scroll, and the Dragonborn starts making their way over and sees you guys walking up. May I help you?
Oh, yeah, we're not like from around here. We just heard that this is the place we need to go if we wanted to be adventurers.
Ah, unregistered. Right, well, we have facilities in here. Do you need to learn a trade, or do you already have one in mind?
I mean, we kind of already got a little bit of experience there. There's a couple more of us. They're just taking a quick little shopping tour.
Okay.
We were
Yeah,
just
one
more
of them's
like
peeing.
Right. Well,
we're so we were just, like
My son.
what does that entail? Why do we like what will we have to do? Like what is this sort of like license get us?
So I'll go in reverse order. The license itself will get you more guaranteed work, as most of the higher end bounties, as well as smaller jobs, but higher profile than just like things that a mere witch could do on the side of town. They'll get you more consistent work, but you will have to live up to the union standards. So it entirely depends. Some people don't go for the certification so that they can do their own means. It's more just joining the union to make sure that you're more taken care of and get more consistent work. But we have people on site to evaluate your skills, make sure that you're up to the task, as it were. And the only thing that's required of you is showing what skills you have.
Okay.
Mm.
So that it would just be like I don't know, take us out to the woods somewhere and fight a monster or something, or collect some sort of bounty, or
we have facilities on site. We have a semi-sentient dummies that you can show your skills on. And there's obstacle courses depending on what your specialty is.
Nice.
Right? Is that
all right? And you mentioned like it had to be up to like a certain standard. Like what is that?
Well, it usually means fatalities on the job are not uncommon, but it not being the first course of action, people being taken back alive is preferable, especially since we work in accordance with the sheriff's bosses in the different counties. But other than that, it's making sure you fill out the required paperwork after each mission you uptake, and making sure you check in with your mentor that you're assigned to whenever you complete a job, basically. So you'll be coming back and forth from Blazewood pretty regularly.
No, that don't make sense. Like we would each get one, or like is it like as a group, type of thing?
As a group, it's especially if most people come in with parties. If they come in individually, you're assigned one that you check in with until you meet your group patron, basically. And it all depends on what your specialties are. Some patrons prefer certain candidates over others. Yeah.
No, that all makes. Well, thank you. Because we were just wondering. We're not actually sure we're going to be staying in town for very long. But we'd heard a bunch of people talk about the guild and like trying to get their license and all this, so we thought at the very least it was worth checking out.
Fair enough. Well, worst case scenario, we're still in the same place. So if you end up changing your mind and he just flicks his fingers down and a card appears, be sure to ask for me whenever you come back, and I'd be happy to be your entrance counselor. Um, and you see an earring that this dwarf is wearing kind of blinks. He's like, sorry, I got to take this. Please feel free to explore the grounds if you like. And just kind of taps it and starts talking to open air. And you see on the card is Sal Morgan, entrance counselor, with the stamp of the Adventurers Guild on there.
Huh.
Well, imagine we got some killed. Do we want to take a look around, or do we just
Yeah.
want to head back?
Let's look
I
around.
want
a
to look
little bit.
around.
Cool.
Might as well. We're here, right?
You guys look around. There's a large building that's easily probably 7 stories tall and spans a good portion of the grounds. You do see a couple obstacle courses that are static, as well as a large wooden beam tower with a ladder leading up it that has like kind of a gangplank that extends to the edge of the radius of this rotating wooden cube that's just slowly turning in space above the grounds themselves. And you can see like flashes of light from people casting spells around the grounds. There's a group of people who are just training in basic martial moves. There's a firing range. There's quite a bit on this place, even just outside of the building. And multiple people training during this whole period. I'd say during this time, we're going to switch back to R2 going to the museum. I'd say at this point, you guys get there as they're starting to open up, as people are starting to pool out of the churches. And even a couple people are already in line for the museum. You both are disguised, or just Nyx?
Me too.
Both of y'all. You both put on disguises, and the same imp is sitting on the little stool. You guys pay the blue silver entry fee, and you each are stamped with the same stamp as before. You guys make your way in. What are you guys looking for in particular here? Just trying to see if anything's different, or
I'm trying to go to the Feywild room to see if there are any like storm drain kind of things, or kind of like runoff drains that they use when like they're cleaning. Just I'm trying to find if there's an entrance in the floor here that would match up with that extra bit of recon that was, or that bit of intel that we got from the guy.
Yeah. It's not hard to see, as there is the in the Feywild room, if you remember, there is a fountain in the center of the room. And a sign outside it that says, please do not throw coins into fountain, and there is easily probably a good like 2 golds worth of copper at the bottom of this pool. But you do see at the center of the fountain, along the bottom of this small pool, there is a drain, as it's constantly being refilled by water.
How big is it? Like the
It looks to be about, I want to say 4 feet wide.
okay. And is it draining in as if it's like those type of vertical sluice drains where it's like it almost looks like the water just has like a hole punched out of it, like it's just kind of smooth and it's going down, or is it like making a little whirlpool going down, or is it just so deep in the water you can't really see it going down, but you can tell there's a hole there?
You do see the water kind of dips down. It is pretty deep. It's about I want to say 5 foot to the bottom.
Okay.
And it does look like the water kind of bows a little bit in the center.
Okay. The old man that is with Nyx, whoever she happens to be at this point,
Mhm.
I was on my way into this room, kind of clasping my hands behind my back and admiring the work on the walls and going over this way and oh, help me over here, would you, dear? And
Yeah.
um,
Just like
and then yeah, just as soon as just sort of patting her arm, and then as soon as we're kind of in this room, and I feel like people are kind of starting to scatter a little bit, just sort of looking over my shoulder and be like, all right, I guess we're gonna have to go swimming. And then once I'm sure that I'm not being actively watched, I will cast invisibility on myself.
Cool.
So
And
I
spin
can
it up.
use a I don't know if I actually would be able to do this. Would I be able to use a minor illusion to an illusory?
Oh, to make it an
next to me?
illusory, you could. I'd say give me a stealth check, both of you, to kind of mask the verbal and somatic components of your spells.
Okay. Oh Lord.
18.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to mask them pretty well. Zeke, you go straight up invisible, and there's now kind of like a small, older, the same visage you had. Just kind of sits there and just every now and then just. But otherwise, kind of like an image on loop, just kind of like stares at the water.
And he's a GIF. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, and then I'm just sort of gonna sit on the side of the fountain, throw one leg over, throw another one, like as very quietly as I can, even while invisible, just trying to not to disturb the water too much, just gently kind of get in it, and then if it's 5 feet, it'll probably come up to here on me, so I'm gonna try to get in there and kind of wade through it, and then sort of right before I go, I'll just go caw, and I'm swimming down.
Cool.
Trying to get through the drain.
Cool. You swim down to the drain. Are you trying to? What are you trying to do once you get there?
I think I'm going full bore. If I can get it open, or if it's open enough, I just want to get in it. I just want to swim through it just to see if I can.
Okay. You do see that there are 4 screws along the outside, like screw heads.
Okay.
So you'd have to remove those before you could move the grate itself.
Okay. I'm gonna come up for a little air and then search through my pocket and try to find a knife, and then go back under.
Cool.
And try to use that to sort of improvise my way into opening them a little bit.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand check. And during this time, while you're under there, now that you're under the water, you're not perceptible given that the light just keeps passing through as if nothing is there. Nyx, you do hear a familiar voice. Glad to see some people are enjoying this exhibit. Hopefully it is. I have curated it to your liking. As that same drow figure has come into the room, the caretaker of the facility, just kind of like looking at the both of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, we enjoy it a lot. old Papa here doesn't get out very often, and he's also a little senile, so he might stay here for a little bit.
Oh, well, he's welcome to stay as long as he wishes. And if there are any questions that the two of you have, please feel free to let me know. Okay.
23 on that earlier.
Sick. Yeah, you're able to use the flat part of your knife to unscrew the bolts that are on them. And you like grab onto the grate and feel it give a little as you're down there.
And then
What-
I'm gonna try to just dislodge it.
Sick. First of all, what's your constitution mod?
+2.
+2. Cool. So I'd say you have another minute of air right now. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. No modifier. Ooh, 11.
11. Cool. You give it a nice pull, and it comes up a bit, but then you have to let it back down, and a few air bubbles escape. And then you have to give it another one before you're able to get it to the side.
Okay.
And there is a substantial current now pulling you toward the hole.
If I can, I just sort of want to push off the bottom of it, like around the hole,
Yeah.
just to get up, just enough to get one more breath of air, and then we're going.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
Flush me away. Come on, baby. Stealth check is 14.
14. I'm gonna roll another perception check.
Oh no.
This would be bad.
You and go back down. And you're able to. I'm assuming you're keeping an eye on this guy, Nick. So you do see one of his drow ears kind of perk up a little bit, as you also hear the gasp of air. And you start going down toward the drain. Are you just going through it, or are you doing anything else? Cool. You just go straight down in there. You're sucked in, and as you go through the drain, it's not far into the sewer, so it lets out, and gravity just carry down onto the sewer floor. Nyx, you see the drow kind of starts to scan the room. Did you hear something?
It's probably Papa taking a breath over there. Sometimes he forgets to breathe.
Give me a deception check.
Shit. Oh Lord. Please, dice, be good to me.
Oh, please.
Okay, not terrible. 16.
16.
Okay.
Not bad.
You see he kind of looks over at your illusion, and it just, and then at one point you just kind of like, as you're turning to look at your Papa, give just like a little, as as he's saying there, just very sorry to hear that. Hopefully there's a cleric who can help with some sort of way to assist in that. Regardless, I will let you two enjoy your time here. Again, let me know if there's any way I can help. I have, and you see back through the large double doors in the hallway, a crate is being wheeled in with what looks like air holes in the top of it. Yes, sorry, I need to address this matter. And he just makes his way out of the room, leaving you alone in
Thank you, sir.
there. Zeke, you were in the sewer.
Shit.
Yeah,
It's
accurate.
everywhere. All right. I'm going to look for any point sources of light or anything in there that might help me out to find a path to go, or anything that looks or resembles like, exit here. For workers or something, if they ever were down there or something.
You don't see any ladders or anything along the sides right now. Also, you're about mid-thigh deep, just so you know. And
Gross.
Yep. But you do see around one of the curves, this tunnel portion goes a bit more to the in one direction. As far as you can tell, you kind of got disoriented when you fell. But you do see like a small bit of light, maybe something coming from above, a little farther away. But you're not sure.
Heading straight there.
So,
Heading straight there.
So you start heading over there, and it takes you a bit of trudging through everything before you see what looks like 3 small dots of light coming from above. Daylight, and you see a small ladder leading up. You're unsure of where it leads, though.
Well, I think what I'll do is I'll start climbing up the ladder best I can, and then just to give myself a little extra help, I'll use Mage Hand to sort of lift what I'm assuming is maybe like a manhole cover up. I'll see if I push. I'm going to use Mage Hand to see if it'll just push up whatever's in the way, if there's something that can be moved.
Okay.
While I get closer.
Okay. I'll have you make an athletics check with advantage since you're using the Mage Hand. It's not helping a ton since it can only lift 5 pounds, but it's still helping a little.
Oh, that's true. That's true. What was the check again?
Athletics.
Athletics. I rolled a 2 twice.
Unfortunate. It's stuck.
Well, I'm going to climb back down the ladder, and I'm going to keep going in that same direction I was when I saw this to see if there's another later, like if this path continues.
Okay.
And be like, well, this one's a lost cause.
Yeah. It's really dark in here. Whenever you keep going, there's some dim light that is letting you see, but it eventually curves at a point, and you're unable to see much past it. You'll have to give me a perception check to try and find another way out.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm going to give myself Owl's Wisdom for an advantage
Sick.
on perception. Baby. Oh, I'll take that natural 20. Thank you.
Yo!
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny that you get it for this one, as it was lower DC, as this is a familiar smell. You visited one house in particular a few times, and there is a garden of fire lilies in the back. And you immediately catch the scent of fire lilies not far up.
I'll take it over the shit. Let's do it.
And as you make your way over, you know that there is you make your way over, and there you feel along the walls there is a ladder you catch hold of. And as you make your way up, you remember one detail. Big Trip's house was built a while ago, before any of the more industrialized plumbing was made in Blazewood. And so there is one outhouse in the back past the fire lily garden. It used to be there for to also gather fertilizer, but they've since at least made a porthole to the sewers.
I will climb out of the outhouse shitter
Okay.
and push my way up through the hole,
Okay.
fall out of the hole, and onto and probably through the door. And if anyone else is around, is anyone else around to see me fall out of the outhouse?
Give me a percentile roll.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Yeah, that's probably 10. Okay. 73.
73. So it's not anybody bad. You don't see anybody currently, but you do see kind of like trotting around the yard. You know that Big Trip has a mastiff shog. The shark half is Hammerhead, who is just kind of trotting along and like notices you fall out and just kind of like.
And I'm gonna sit there on the ground, covered in mess, just for a second, kind of look at it, shake my head, and I'm just gonna get up defeated and shake myself off, and then not even trying to be that stealthy. I'm just gonna try to find my way out of the garden and walk down the street.
Okay.
I'm just and just be like,
I'm gonna go ahead.
and tell the shog, just be like, don't go in there.
And you start making your way around the garden. At this moment, there are no workers in the garden. You make your way along the side of the house, and the shog just kind of follows you as you're going around the house. And there is a side gate that opens up to the alleyway between the houses toward the street.
Aww.
Cool.
Later, be a good boy.
And as soon as the gate is closed, you hear from the other side. And you start making your way down the street. As far as you notice, nobody saw you.
How far from the museum has this travel been, ish? A few blocks?
Let's head to the Blazewood map. And I keep forgetting to stream this shit. My very bad. So this is Blazewood. The museum is here. That's what this building is. And you followed it along, and Big Trip's house is here.
Okay. So
So
here's the plan. I'm going to sprint down the street towards the museum, covered in fecal matter.
sick.
Up to the museum,
Okay.
burst through the doors, flash my stamp,
Okay.
and just be like, Nelly Papa's got lost again. He covered me in shit, and he's running around Saltu with no pants on. Get out of here, girl! And I'm just trying to get her to signal that like I'm out, I'm leaving. It's like, I'm gonna go look for him, and I'm just gonna turn around and leave.
As you go to flash the stamp, you notice that it's gone. And as you guys remember from before, whenever you exited the front door, it vanished.
Oh, that's right. I'll be like, one please, and I'll like put out my arm. I'm still obviously just smelly and gross. To be like,
Yeah, the imp
It's
is
an-
like
it's an
full leaning back.
emergency.
Just
7 silver. I got it right here if you need me. 1, 2,
and
3.
the imp just kind of like grabs a small book and just flips through it and just hang on. It just casts prestidigitation on you to remove the the waste, and then just closes the book and it's like, that's better, and just takes the money and stamps your hand.
All right, and then then once I'm in, I'll just kind of run around and be like, Nelly, where you at? And then if I spot her, just be like, Papa done escaped again. We gotta go find him. Anywho, I figured out what I needed to.
At this
I'll see you in the house if I found Pawpaw.
How long does minor illusion last?
I wanted to say I've been recasting it
Okay.
because it only lasts 1 minute.
Okay, cool. So he's still
But
cool. All right. And so, what do you all do from here?
I guess I'll look around to see if there's anybody and then drop the illusion if there's nobody around.
Let's see here. You see that like the guard is like watching you guys, but seeing the situation that's playing out, just continues back along the patrol route.
Okay, so there's nobody else in the vicinity.
Not that you can see.
I'll go ahead and drop the illusion and be like, look out.
Cool. And you guys make your way out of the building.
Just out the front. And be like, I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's get everyone together. Let's go back to the hotel. I'm gonna go to the bathhouse real quick.
Take a
and
shower.
I will meet you and the rest of them back. Just get on, I'll follow you. And I'm gonna try to find a bathhouse. I don't, normally I'd be careful about being in the gold district because I don't want Abilene to see me like this or anyone really. But I'm covered in shame more than anything else. So
You have to watch your soul.
I'm wearing it down the street in this sort of look on my face of like, this better be fucking worth it, And then I'm gonna go try to find a bathhouse and be like, I've got gold and I've got dirty britches. What are you gonna do about it?
And they don't pay you much mind. They just take your gold and be like, well, the corner, just try and keep as clean as you can. And they just let you through.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where are you headed after this, Nyx?
I'll go see if I can meet the others at the Adventurers Guild.
Cool. I'd say this is around the time that you guys are finishing up your little walkabout. Was there anything in particular you guys wanted to do at the guild grounds, or no? Sick.
I'm good. I just wanted to kill time, but if there's something you guys wanted to do.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm not sure because we're not like
Actually interested.
Yeah, we're not planning on staying in Blazewood.
Fair. Okay.
Like
then, unless Trick
I don't
says
know.
anything.
Does Trix want to do anything?
No.
Cool. Then, you guys meet up with Nyx at the gate out then.
I will noodles everything that happened.
Sick.
I'm probably like, oh, hey, yeah, you guys all. Where's the other one?
He went to a bathhouse.
We can
Sewers.
talk about it back at the hotel. I'm like, let's get out first.
Yeah.
Get away from here.
We have been seen. We're good.
So back at the.
Cool.
Just meet back at the inn.
Cool.
He'll show up later.
You guys make your way
All
back
right.
to the whispering bullet, or the yawning bullet. Zeke, you have had your bath. I'm guessing you also make your way back there.
Yeah, I have my. Do they also dry clean your clothes?
Oh yeah, there are a couple mages on hand to get a good helping of prestidigitation.
Good, because
to anybody
yeah.
who needs it. Yeah.
All right. Well.
And so
Well.
your stuff is
I
thoroughly
will.
cleaned, as are you.
I will head back to the inn and we'll talk about it.
You make your way back. You make your way back after the rest of you. After the rest of you do. So the rest of you guys get there to the site of. There's still people in the saloon, especially the after church rush is starting to die down. But you also see a few people sitting at a booth. A few uniformed individuals just kind of sitting there twiddling their thumbs, and one person very well dressed with this kind of scarlet hair slicked back behind him. This very large individual just kind of leaning back in the chair. As you guys walk in, kind of eyes the door and then just kind of looks back around, seeming to wait. Are you guys headed up to your rooms or chilling in the bar?
I feel like chilling at the bar because we gotta figure out what the fuck happened.
Sick.
We're still missing one.
You guys wait a little
We're
longer.
gonna have a group meeting.
Yep. You guys wait a little longer. The four of you give me a history check.
History check.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
And I don't
18.
history's
14.
3.
Sick.
Supposed to be good at those.
Whoops.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, it is. 8.
8.
I rolled a 3 on the die.
Mal and Nix, you guys are more worried at the moment about waiting for Zeke and waiting for everything to start to piece together. Trix and Dust, you look back at the uniformed individuals and you know there's something familiar. Both of you recognize this uniform as the one who came with that red-headed girl a couple days before to collect Zeke. Dust, since you're the one who got the 18, yeah?
Yeah.
You know the symbol as somebody who is known to be a whale oil tycoon that has taken up residence in the city. Old money, from what you've heard from your mentor. Big trip. And you imagine that these guys must be with him somehow. And you guys are there you get drinks, and you're there for, I'd say, a good 20 minutes before Zeke, you come in the door. You see the crowd, but you recognize one individual immediately, who just, as soon as you come in, just kind of locks eyes with you and just raises an eyebrow.
Just gonna. First, I'm gonna go to the bar and put down a gold and be like, whiskey, get a shot.
Yep.
Scoot it back, and then I'm gonna look at my friends and then try to just be like, hold, and then go over to Big Trip's table.
There is an empty chair already.
That way I can pull my hat off, sit down, and be more cordial. Just be like, well, gentlemen, pleasure seeing you all here again.
The rest of them just kind of keep doing what they're doing. A couple of them are playing cards, not even giving a notice that you're there. But Trip just kind of leans in and rests his hands on the table. Funny seeing you in town, small Zeke. No, not again.
What a time!
You are making my friends nervous.
You're making my camera have a stroke.
I mean, Trip's scary, y'all.
Why? What is happening?
God.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. It's always at the best moments.
I don't understand.
I think
Stop it! I
frozen
haven't fucking moved.
Shit.
I literally am not moving anything. I don't understand.
Oh,
You also get like real life commercial breaks from herself. Okay.
There we go.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Just needed to take a break. It was like, you know what? This is
Welcome
intense.
back.
We're about to see
You
some
got it.
mob boss,
Yeah.
old money person or something. Gotta go.
Had to break.
Yeah,
I need a break.
um,
Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still sort of, that whole experience has kind of put me in a mood. So
Mhm.
even trying to be respectful, I'm still just sort of hat and lap, just sort of like I'm being nice, but
Yep.
there's no one would have to roll insight to know that I'm probably not having a great day.
And Trip just continues to like lock eyes on you. And just, I heard it didn't take much to realize that my daughter got much happier for no apparent reason. And I knew that there were only two reasons why that might be. One, she got gifted a puppy. And given that I haven't been to the Shog Kennel in quite a bit, not the most likely case. The only other reason being that a certain song singer was back in town. Now, I know we've been on rocky ground before. But given that you've come back, I imagine you have a real good reason. Which means that you have some way of making money here and elevating yourself. I admire that. I had to build my own empire myself. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I just have one request of you.
Shoot.
Keep my family out of it.
Oh, man. Sir, I'm trying. I mean, it's like those promises that I made before. She said that if I was ever in town, I had to make myself available if needed. And, I'm not going to be the one who says no to that young lady. But as you know, and y'all can put, and I'll look at everyone else here at the table who's not paying attention, but it's just around and be like, y'all can put Zone of Truth on it. I don't give a shit. Honest to God, sir, honest to God's, it was just a social call. We are friends.
I'm not
That's-
referring to you meeting with my daughter. I made it pretty clear that if she was to come to you, you were not to refuse her a nice day out. What I'm referring to is whatever business you got in place with. Make sure her and my family stay out of that.
Oh, well, I'm not coming for you or your money, sir. You know that the only way I like to do that is if I cheat these sons of bitches out of some cards. But that's only in the fair gameplay. Sir, look at me. I ain't in the whale oil business, and I don't plan on getting anywhere anytime soon. I'm just trying to make an honest living. I mean, some of us are born great, pointing at him. And some of us got to try to earn it. And I, not to say that you don't earn your own goodness. That's not what I mean. Just kind of look over to my friends, and just be like, anyway, just trying to make a honest wage as much as I can from whomever I can get it from.
Well, as long as my family is kept out of however you make your wage, have as much fun as you can.
Can I buy you a drink before you leave?
You can buy one of my men a drink, should they want.
Sure. What do you fellas want?
and you see like they kind of look amongst each other, kind of browsing it together, and then 3 of them get up and walk out with Trip, and one of them, a hexblood, having like hag-like features, and this like purplish hair kind of braided back, just kind of like leans back.
That's sick.
I'll take the house special.
Pin 4. Anyone else?
The rest of them left.
Well, that makes 2 specials then. 2 house special ales, please. Thank you.
And you see the handlebarred mustache man just kind of. Okay. And doesn't collect any gold, but just comes back with 2 mugs, and they're just with this very less viscous brown liquid, and just kind of sets one in front of both of you. Enjoy. I have buckets on sand if you need them, and just walks off.
Thank you.
And the hexblood just grabs the mug, downs it all in a couple gulps, leaves the tanker, and is like, "Good luck, kid," and just kind of claps you on the shoulder as they leave.
Same to you, sport.
And it kind of slowly died down, like Boil the Frog levels. It was hard to notice at first, but as soon as the talking starts up again, you realize that the silence before could have knocked anyone deaf. But now the talking has resumed, and there is a noise cover once again.
Well, shit. Oh. Take up my tankard. Like, turn my chair kind of around to where everyone else is, and very annoyingly scoot the wood on wood chair and floor. Like,
uncozy.
Yeah, over to everyone else and be like, "So how was everyone else's day, Glug?"
Hold on. First order of business.
That tankard tastes
What was that?
horrid, by the way. And it's probably the consistency of like a slushy, like in terms of thickness, about lukewarm temperature, and tastes like hot mud. But has the kick of moonshine.
Ooh, gross.
To be.
No, see, I think Mal just sees big glass of alcohol, and so she's like, hold on, first order of business. What is that?
I don't know. You could taste it if you want. You can have this one. I'm good.
And you hear from,
I've been nasally assaulted enough for one evening.
And you hear from
and it's not even midday yet.
You hear from behind the bar, the bartender just like, "Oh yeah, that's a house special. I don't charge people for that. It's basically if you're strong enough to drink it, that's enough for you."
Challenge accepted, and I'm gonna take a big old swig of it.
I ain't strong enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna make both of y'all make con saves for me.
Will do.
Let's fucking go.
Oh no.
Oh god.
You know what? I was gonna say if this didn't work out the way I wanted to, I was gonna purposely fail, but it was already bad, so 5.
Ooh.
Con save?
Yeah.
Wait. Are we doing your drinking rules,
No,
or are we doing
this
an
is-
actual con save?
This is to get past the taste altogether.
Oh, okay, then that's an 18.
Sick. Yeah, you, Zeke, you're at this point looking for any sort of reprieve from the fucking day. So you just take whatever it gives you. You, like, you just give in to the drink, and at first you... and you just have to breathe it out. Whereas Mal, you've had homebrewed stuff. Your grandma has dabbled in it, but Patience hasn't had the best of luck. So this reminds you of some of her earlier works. Yeah. And so you take it a bit better, not much, but a bit better. But you don't have to swallow anything back down.
Yeah, I think that's enough for
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not the worst thing I've ever drank, but it's up there.
How was the guild?
All right. No,
We've got a lot
asked
of
a bunch of
rules.
questions. Just try to. Sorry, go.
I was just talking about how they have a bunch of rules and stuff. To join,
Yeah.
they kind of expect you to come back to Blazewood every once in a while to talk with the mentor. So,
Mm.
Oh,
Not really worth it to us, but
Thank you.
I told him you were
Stuck to the plan. I respect that.
how did the museum go?
Well, I have good news. The drain there is a drain. It does lead into a sewer that is entirely too long to escape out of. And I was wet and couldn't find my matches, which wouldn't have worked anyway. And I probably wouldn't want to light a match down there. You won't either, so don't try it. If you have some sort of lights that are magic, probably do them. I went to one covered manhole that wouldn't open, and believe me, I'm really strong and tried real hard. And then the second one went up to that asshole's house. And it's a weird time to be in Blazewood, y'all. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't even know if I want to do this job anymore. No. I gotta think of the money. Think of the money. Okay. But yeah, you could totally go down the drain. It was covered. I don't know if by the time we go back, if it's going to be discovered and recovered, and we have to do it again. But it was just four screws, and then we popped it off, and it's a short little plop down into the sewer, and it does go down. It's sort of closer towards the center of town, and you know, yeah. So it's a good potential. I think when we get to the mission, I'm just gonna do recon and maybe be in the truck if I had to put a word on it, you know, be surveillance. I don't want to go down there again. Don't make me go down there again.
Fair.
Okay.
But I think that went kind of wellish. What did you find, Nix, while you were there?
I was trying to keep the illusion up, distracted while you were exploring, and
That's
I
fair.
ran into the guy. I don't know if he knew if I had an illusion going or not.
That fucking guy. But it's promising. We still don't know exactly where the thing is, exactly what the thing is.
I have an idea of where it might be, but from the first time we went there.
I think that's good enough for government work. I'm ready to roll on that one. But yeah, it's whatever y'all think. If y'all want to do the ninja thing, if we need, disguises or all black or something. Here we are, not in Mimic's Merry Band, talking about the plan again. God damn it! All right.
well, I mean, what is it? Wearing all black tends to make you stand out a little bit on the other way. It's the same as wearing all white.
It's true.
So I think just being casual and comfortable. don't want to tear your pants running up a wall.
That's a good idea. All right. Do we need a couple more buffer days before we go in, or do you?
No, I think we do, but I think we need to solidify the plan tonight.
Okay.
So,
Well.
do we want to just nick dust in? Because you have an idea of where it is. You're super sneaky.
I mean,
Get us through.
they cleared all the other rooms last time they were in there, so it's like, we know where it's not. So if we need
We'll need like muscle or something because I'm not super strong. So
maybe we could have a couple of you guys stay on the roof.
Yep.
So that
Like
if we need backup, if you need backup, we can drop in, or you can drop in. But then, maybe we do, like, see if we can get back out through the ceiling, and then if that doesn't work, then we know that the sewer is a way. We just don't know exactly where it's gonna come out because I don't want to come out in that guy's backyard. He sounded pretty threatening, saying he didn't want.
Well, he has a dog.
Coming out.
He has a dog. He has a big shog too out there. It is kind of cute, and but I was also covered in humanoid doo-doo at the time, so maybe it's probably why I didn't want to probably bite into me. But and then I'll sort of draw like sort of where, like, here's roughly the shape of Tripp's house. Here's like the garden and like where the alley is. So like if you had to make a getaway that way, this is how you get to like the street or the the main alley sort of around there. So if you needed to break away that way, that's how you would do it, and sort of show them that, and then after that be like, I think if we can in and out through the roof without any problems, great. And then the new plan B will be the get flushed, and then the new plan C would be for the people on the roof to also go down. I think like maybe if the roof crew can stay there, and if the separate crew needs to escape that way and the roof people can still get away, fine. But if we need to intervene, ragamuffin, we'll go for it.
So Nix and I will go down, and the rest of you on the
Inside crew.
roof.
we essentially have 3 lookouts. That's probably good.
And now we got some ranged weapons up here too, because I got that boomstick, and we know this one is really good at them too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sounds good. So I do think it's a good idea to take a couple days, since they probably will find that grate unsealed. Maybe give it another couple days to cool down.
Right.
Maybe we go check out a nearby bounty, or
Yeah, we go do another couple of bounties.
Yeah, we got the board. We can go check.
Yeah. Take the heat off us a little bit.
All right. Well,
Plus, I mean, if we manage to do a couple and start making a little bit of a name for ourselves as town heroes, or at least, people
Good
who
Samaritans.
stop back, good Samaritans at the very least, they're less likely to point at us.
it's
Yeah.
fair.
Shit hits the fan.
Well, I think we need a cutesy band name if we're gonna keep up the PR. So I was just thinking about this earlier when I was in the bathhouse, which is really nice, by the way. We should all go. They have really nice, like, they use tea tree. It's anyway. I was thinking about it. I had a towel over my face. I was like, it'd be real cute. The Posse Cats. Just mull it over. just mull it over, and we'll woodshed it.
Yeah, we can workshop it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll also do that while we do these bounties. We'll
Yeah,
think of
sure.
a band
sure,
name.
Sure.
We'll keep it, on the back burner.
Yeah, because you never know. But also, I think for just full clarity, just so y'all know, I'm a straight shooter about everything that's going on. That guy, that big Trip Toller feller that y'all saw here, I don't know if any of y'all heard of him before. He's big money around here. He's old money around here. The only reason that I really know him is, well, one, I took a lot of his money at a party once, and I don't think he was very happy about that. But two, I'm kind of in love with his daughter, that red-haired lady from before.
I was
And-
gonna ask.
And he does not like the fact that I kind of I don't know, I haven't used the ill word with her yet, so don't stress me out or anything about that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. He told me never to come around see her unless, it's like just a very plain social call, because she made me promise that I'd come and see her if I was in Blazewood. And as much as I really want to see her
I'm
all
sure
the
she
time.
just twisted your arm about it.
Well, I mean, we did have a big talk, me and Big Trip and some of his big goons, last time, I was in town, and they basically told me that, they'd be ready to break all the digits, if I cross any of them. And I think they're probably right. And they kind of convinced me that, a lady like that's probably got, some prospects that are, better, richer, nicer. And I tend to sort of agree she sort of deserves better. But I'm hoping that this big job is a good start to some honest living, and who knows, maybe we can go somewhere. But I really don't want to put her in jeopardy. And as much as I hate that, boss hog son of a bitch, I really don't want to upset him if I can help it, because not only is the link between Abilene and myself going to get severed, but I feel like he's got some big pushers in his pocket, and I don't want to be on the business end of that. So just so y'all know, he's dangerous. He hasn't been openly dangerous to me. He's been courteous, but with a sort of gleaming sheen of like, I'm gonna get you. So, just be aware.
Hey, DM. Do I recognize Big Trip or any of his goons from the warehouse where the big gun was at?
Give me a history check.
Oh.
Don't fail me. God
And I'll noodles any bits about like the gaff and any of those other people that have names that I know that I met at those parties.
Well, does that give me advantage? No, I got a nat 1. I don't think I can get advantage with that one.
Yeah. Did you already use your inspiration? I can't remember.
Did you give me inspiration? I don't even have one marked.
Everybody started off with one.
Yeah.
Oh, then in which case I did not
DM
use it.
inspiration.
I always forget to
Yeah.
mark it. So
you can use it.
well,
now.
I didn't use it.
Okay.
Do it.
I'd kind of like to use it because then I can tell them about the big gun.
Go for it.
Using inspiration just gives you another roll, right?
Yeah,
Gives
you
another
just
chance.
re-roll it.
14. History.
I saw that poof.
16.
I saw it, buddy.
So 16.
16.
Much better.
You remember quite a few. It wasn't anybody who looked like they were important themselves. There was a lot of people in uniforms. And you do remember, you were trying to figure out where you remember that specific symbol was, other than just a briefing you got about the nobles in Blazewood. You remember that that BTT logo on somebody's uniform as they were getting the top down of what the mechanism could do.
Yeah, I agree that he's dangerous. So I've been to Blazewood a good handful of times. And I was on a mission, just kind of taking a look at some stuff in the coal district. And there's something in one of those warehouses and I saw one of his people with that logo on their shirt getting it demonstrated to them. They called it a crank gun. It's a gigantic rotating gun, heavy machine gun. It is not meant for home defense. This is a war machine. It is the size of... It is bigger than an elephant. It's the size of a house.
Yeah.
And I happened to take a peek yesterday. I just was in the area. And I happened to take a peek, and they finished assembling it. And it looks like they're now unassembling it, and they're packing it up into crates to ship it off to whoever bought it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, well, that's not great. That's terrifying, actually.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know who ended up buying it. It looks like there was a bunch of buyers there, but one of his people was there. And it's the kind, even if he didn't get it, it's the kind of circles he runs in and the kind of stuff he's sending his people to look at. So. I gotta look at the blueprints. So it's a pretty scary thing. It's, you know how most guns you have to, and it shoots like once, and then you gotta reload it. It just feeds it. It just goes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I think I should have stayed in the swamp.
Mel's like doing the math in her head, trying to like logic that how would that work? Like, especially on such a massive scale.
Yeah.
So she like kind of like, you'll see like, you watch like her hands kind of like start moving, like she's trying to piece it together. If I had enough time and if I had enough money and enough materials, I could maybe make something on a smaller scale for like handgun. But I can't imagine. The size of a house, really?
Maybe like a size of a house in the Copper District.
I mean, that's still pretty big.
Like, am I describing that size correctly, Doug? I feel like I am.
It's close. It's not. It's more the size of a shed, not a full house.
Okay.
Especially since it has to sit on a metal tripod, it takes up roughly that area. People gotta walk around in order to go to different beds, which is why it takes
Okay.
from what you saw of the schematics, it takes multiple people to operate this.
Okay, I'm just gonna noodles that. Like, more of a shed, but still. It's big.
Still, that's
Very large.
I mean,
hey.
can we let that happen? Is that our business?
Know where it's going.
No.
We wouldn't know where to start even if we wanted to do something.
That's
There's
true.
definitely some big things going on in the
I mean,
around the continent, and I
DM,
only know.
Yes.
are there any active wars going on this continent or another that we are aware of?
Other than the small scale attacks from the Whispers and other small gangs that rob trains and stick up towns for coin, no. The last huge conflict was about 60 years ago, and that was on a different continent altogether.
Well,
Yeah.
all we know is that there's the swarm in the south. But
There's a swarm in the south, but that's the only ever-present threatening force. Even the gangs take breaks, especially when taking losses. They step back.
I mean, I think it's something definitely to keep an eye out for. I feel like something on that scale is going to be hard to hide.
yeah,
I don't
and
think there's anything. I just don't think there's much we can do right now.
Yeah, with my mission, I was just scoping it out, reconnaissance, finding out what was going on. I don't know where. I just delivered the information. I don't know where it. If they know what if the leaders of my village knew more, they probably do. We were just collecting information, but I do think it's important that since that guy is here and knows you, that we know that you guys, our team, knows about that. Also, yeah, there's some. I've been all around the continent, and there's some weird stuff I've been noticing. So, but that one is the big gun is a concerning one.
Is this ringing true for anyone else here? Any of this crossing over any boundaries into your lives?
I would assume not.
For you,
Yeah.
no. The biggest thing that happened
No.
was the sacking of Tranquility Basin.
Yeah. The riots were the worst part. Were the worst thing to happen.
All right. Okay. Well,
Don't make him mad.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a takeaway. Don't piss him off.
Lord knows I ain't gonna try.
So I also don't want us to end up in a situation where we're being used by him either.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, maybe we should take our minds off some of this and go check the job board, maybe.
Check the bounty board.
Wait, what time of day is it? Is it like now, or are we still like midday?
It's afternoon. It's not quite evening.
Okay.
And as y'all are talking about looking at the bounty board, you hear a familiar voice, especially to Zeke. Seamus just like, so you guys are looking for a way to make some money? I don't know if y'all have any arcane persuasion, but there's a new sense one of my employers has started having some sort of hole in the ground. Hurts when you touch it. might need closing.
That sounds very peculiar.
I can deal with that.
Okay.
DM, do I recognize that from my what is it? It's my hermit knowledge.
I had the stuff I gave you before is your hermit knowledge that I've given you. I don't think you've heard of this, especially since if you were up north, it wasn't super in depth.
Well, my
If-
hermit knowledge was stuff you said I noticed from all around the. Is it a portal to hell?
Yes. Okay. You were the. I knew I gave it to somebody else, but I thought it was Trix. It's you. That
It's me.
you have heard of portals to hell opening up, mostly in the north.
I've noticed where they are, and I also know where they're not. So.
Yeah. Cool.
So anyway, I've also heard of this. So this is also crossing over into my hermit knowledge.
Yeah. So there's that. I could. Might not be the most I'll find somebody else. It's not the most opportune of.
No, Seamus, you're
Uh,
a gentleman and a scholar for letting us know.
Yeah, it's more. I don't know if you particularly would want to be around there, given the. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I absolutely was. Given the particular conversation you had, I don't know if necessarily you want to be there.
Where is it?
Big Trip's house. And with that, whether it's given freely, forgotten and found, or taken by force, every item on Viridia has a price. Ammunition, liquor, food, armor. None of these are free. Someone pays the cost. The question is not whether the price is paid. The question is who is footing the bill. And in the case of our favorite little gang, what price is being asked?